What's up, guys? It's TheMildOtaku bringing you One Piece chapter 793 review. Now, this chapter was a really big, world building and very exposition heavy driven chapter. Because it's explaining it's explaining the reactions that almost everybody, like the people in the New World, their reactions to what just happened in Dressrosa and how it's affecting them. You got pirates left and right complaining about that they're not gonna be able to get their supply of artificial Del fruits from Doflamingo anymore. You have the reactions of the Marines, like Akainu, the Gosei. Now this chapter may have been a very exposition driven chapter, but this chapter basically it displayed a lot of the reactions that a lot of people of the New World are having from having heard that what Luffy and Law did to Doflamingo and how they managed to take down Doflamingo, and now he lost all control of Dressrosa. So this chapter is basically, it's just the reactions to a lot of the people to that. A nice moment to that chapter was when Carlos was giving his final salute to the Tontadas, and it was a pretty funny moment because when the Tontadas were all like giving out their final salute to him too, and it's a pretty touchy moment because he was since he's been their captain for a really long time, all those years, him being the little one-leg toy soldier, so it was a really good touching moment to see. After that scene, we go to the Holy Land of Morijolis, I believe, and now we see basically the Gosei, and it's been a really long time since we've seen them, and they're the top of the world government, the 5 Elder Stars. And we also get to see Akainu. Now, basically, what goes on in the scene is it's like a little back and forth between some of the Gosei members and Akainu. They're just complaining about because there was a lack of communication between the CP0 and what they were supposed to do in Dressrosa and why they're there and all that stuff. Akainu, he's just pissed because they're making him look bad because he's the face of the government. And what I really liked about the Gosei and the 5 Elder Stars was that they talked down to Akainu, and I've really wanted to see somebody for a really long time talk down to Akainu, who's supposed to be the fleet admiral of the Marines. He's supposed to be the top dog out of all the Marines, and I really like that they basically treat him like he's trash, Now, an interesting, conversation that the Gosei that happened between the Gosei and Akainu was that the Gosei was telling Akainu that he should have been keeping tabs on Aokiji and what he's doing, because they just heard word that Aokiji's now in cahoots with Blackbeard for some reason. I wouldn't really even know why he would be working with Blackbeard. Maybe it's just he's doing some undercover work or something. He's trying to do some spy work. I don't know. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting thing. Now, another interesting thing that happened in this chapter was basically seeing the reactions of all these different pirates that we don't even know. Like, well, we know some, but a lot of just random pirates that had been doing dealings with Doflamingo for a really long time with his artificial Del fruits. And, they're just pissed. They're like, what are we going to do now that Doflamingo's gone? We're like, they're going to start a rebel. They're going to do something. Another interesting thing of this chapter was we got to see Jewelry Bonnie again after a long time, and it's pretty interesting to see because last time we saw her, I believe, is when she was being held captive in that one, or was it Punk Hazard, that one lava place, and we thought Blackbeard was gonna kill her or something, or Akainu was gonna kill her, and she's just out there free, she's just a little girl eating some candy or something. Now we also skip back to this one, snow place, and we see Drake X, and what the heck's going on? Wasn't Drake X trying to kill Kaido or something? Why is he working under him? Like, did he already fight Kaido, and Kaido basically demolished him, and then Kaido's like oh, now that basically he got him to submit to him, and now he's part of his crew, or is Drake X basically just doing some infiltrating spy work or something? He's gonna just backstab Kaido as soon as he gets the chance. He might play a major part in Luffy and Law when Luffy and Law have to take Kaido on. Now, basically, the biggest highlight of this entire chapter was finding out that Hawkins, Apu, and Kid's, alliance, that, finding out who the real Yonko target that they've been having their sights on was actually Shanks, red-haired Shanks, not Kaido, like most people believe. I don't think they could take on Shanks. Shanks is about to, like, rip them a new asshole or something, They're not going to take down Shanks. Shanks might just beat them down, and, he might just have them submit to him. He might just come upon some new crew members. Another thing that could happen instead is that before Kid and his alliance even get a chance to fight Shanks, Luffy might just intervene, and we might get to see a clash between Luffy and Kid. Luffy Law's alliance versus Kid, Hawkins, and Apu's alliance, and bam, we might just get that might just be the new arc. Who knows? Or it might just be a little conflict brawl that we get to see. It'll be really interesting though. We'll get to see how each group compares to each other now, like strength-wise, Now after that scene, we go to Smoker and Tashigi. They're on some kind of boat, heading I don't really know, but they have those infected kids, or those kids that were experimented on Punk Hazard with them though, and basically it's just Smoker. He's reading newspapers, or he saw it on, I'm pretty sure, yeah. He's reading the newspapers, and he just found out what Fujitora did in Dressrosa, and basically Smoker's relieved because he's wanted to do that and basically expose the government that everything's not nice what they're doing. They're not this great entity that everybody thinks. Because Smoker's wanted to do that 2 years ago, since back in Alabasta, but he didn't have his status and his rank and power, and he didn't have enough to be able to manage to pull that off like Fujitora did. So he's really happy that Fujitora managed to do that for him. Now basically this chapter leaves off on like a pretty big cliffhanger, because it's Akainu and Fujitora, they get in a pretty heated argument, and basically Akainu decided that he's not gonna let Fujitora into any marine bases or anything, get any resources from them until he kills Law and Luffy, and we all know how that's gonna go. We all know Fujitora's probably not gonna listen to Akainu's orders in the end, but so this leaves a pretty interesting question. Who do you guys think would win in a battle between Lava Mad Dog Akainu, or Space Gravity Blind Tiger Cheetah, if you want to be specific, Fujitora? And this has been my chapter review. Thanks guys. Comment, rate, subscribe if you want to see more. Catch you guys later. Bye.